Sometimes you just need to understand, hey, I've got better players. Let's play man coverage. Let's get after this quarterback. Another video coming out of week 0. Obviously one of the best offenses and best players with Caleb Williams and USC's offense against San Jose State. If you guys could, to help the channel, if you'd like to subscribe. And also, if you just scroll down to the bottom, you'll probably see some merch as far as Coach's Caviar stuff or anything from OffTheLipDesigns.com. Get your tank top, like and subscribe to the video. We'll jump right into USC's offense against San Jose State. We have a couple clips right here from this same play. It looks like inside zone to the left. This is Zachariah Branch right here. So if you hadn't heard of number 1 from USC, this guy's an absolute dog from Bishop Gorman. And if you're looking at it, not sure what they're reading right here. They're going with tempo. They're snapping the ball with 31 seconds on the clock. Zachariah Branch takes a little jab, and then he just runs an arrow right here into the short side of the field. Mario Williams, he's just pinning, and he's blocking man on right there. Fake inside zone. Not sure if they're actually reading a defensive end or if he's just looking at there saying, hey, there's nobody in that alley. I can get that guy. Probably one of the fastest, best players on the field. The football in space right there. Now they're rolling right there on the 1st and 10, playing with tempo as well. So right here, taking one of their faster guys, their receiver right here, Zachariah Branch, into the backfield. Mario Williams is pinning right there. Nobody in the alley, so he pulls the ball, flips it to him. Now they're rolling. Keeping that momentum going, getting another first down right there. Get the ball to one of your better players. Here's a look at the same play again. You got your guy right here, Zachariah Branch, in the backfield. Mario Williams blocking most dangerous. Right here, blocking outside shoulder, blocking man on. And right here, looks like Caleb might be reading the defensive end as long as he's not getting just directly upfield into the quarterback's face. He's going to pull this, and they're running that option right there off of it. San Jose actually gets 2 guys in the same gap, but what I'm talking about is this backer right here, safety, whoever it is, stays in this gap, and Marlon was able to put both these guys in that gap so they can circle the defense right there with Zachariah Branch. So good job right there working outside shoulder. These guys' eyes are way too hard into the backfield, especially after they've seen this play before with that dude running to the sideline. Should know that. Get an extra guy in that gap so you have a guy into the C gap and a guy right there outside that receiver so you can take both those guys. But right there, pin it. You got 2 guys in the same gap. Flip it to him. Decent job here by 24, just putting a body on him, running him by. Zachariah Branch is obviously going to make that guy miss. Make that guy miss. Run past that dude's arm tackle and jump into the end zone right here. If you guys saw this dude's kick return and all that stuff as well, this guy's a special player. He's going to be one of those guys that are going to just consistently try to get the ball in space too, and that's what they do right here. Out leverage the defense with that play action or play fake, because that guy squeeze just a little bit, pull it for the other one of the most explosive players in college football probably, and he's going to make something happen for you, and that's what he does right here for a big touchdown. Pretty simple play right here from USC. They're swinging their back. These guys are going to block most dangerous. If they can run off, they want to run off. And over here to the backside, he runs a jerk route. So he comes in, he starts working out, and then he works back to the middle of the field, trying to exploit that space right there. So they exploit that space a lot at an empty, and basically right here, whenever you get this back out, that's all it really is getting back to an empty set because he's free releasing. These guys blocking 5 most dangerous. He settles right there, and he's exploiting that space in the middle. So again, you're looking at it, if I was talking with a quarterback, I'd say, hey, we're going to catch it, we're going to look that direction. If these are the only 2 guys out there, we can flip it out there to the back. If that guy stays in the box or we get a blitz or anything like that, right here he probably sees 10 running hard to that space. And if somebody from the box is running there, they're probably not going to have tons of guys just sitting right there in the box. They're going to be dropping to the flats, trying to do all this stuff, trying to be pretty intricate right there. It's a 3rd and 3, so they're trying to be somewhat intricate. Gets it out of the box, 10's chasing hard, so you know that space in the middle field is going to be open. So right there, if you're watching 16 here, he comes in, he settles, he starts working out, and he breaks it back to the middle field right there. So right there you see just that settle, gets him about to jump it right there, thinking this is some sort of an out route. He comes back to the middle. Good throw on his body. And right here, if you're looking at it as far as Caleb Williams, you actually do get a free rusher, and that's the intricacy that they're talking about. They didn't quite sort it out just right. They get a bit of a twist. They bring him off the edge. They bluffed right there with 10, and then he drops that direction to try and take the back. So with a free hitter, Caleb Williams, he goes 1 to his read, then he's working backside. He's got a buy time so he can run that jerk route. He gets some ground. Not sure if he hit his hand right there, but he's actually shaking it at some point. But right here, off his back foot with the guy in his face, throwing an accurate ball with some good pace to it to beat that linebacker. Good first down right there. Interesting concept there from SC. This is an interesting empty concept that SC ran. Is something that I really think is probably a Cliff Kingsbury thing, because I hadn't really seen much empty sets or routes and combos like this. What they have right here is they basically have kind of an option right here. He's going to outside release into this space. He could probably option right there, and they're running a dig right here. Up top, as you're looking at it, you got this guy outside releasing, still working that space. He's running a vertical. Later in the game, he runs a dig, and they end up throwing that, but we'll see that as well. Right as you're looking at, this is the very first touchdown of the year. He fakes the screen, try to hold this corner, possibly get his outside backer to widen out. So right there, if you're looking at it, safety is way off right there. We're 2-on-1 here. So he's going to sit right there, basic right there. Doesn't square cut it because he knows it's his zone. He just puts his foot in the ground. Caleb Williams just on time right there. Just a jab, shuffle, he's set, ball. Right there, puts it right on his body, right on his face. Easy throw and catch right there for a touchdown. This is a good angle of it right here. Just looking at Caleb Williams' footwork, just a little shuffle. He has his feet in the ground. He's ready to throw as soon as that dude breaks. Rips it in there. A little bit high. You know, you'd probably say, hey, we may have missed on this. And you don't want to go anything above the eyes on an in-breaking route. You can go eyes and below. So a little bit high if you're just, you know, nitpicky, but receiver makes a play for him right there, falls to the end zone, touchdown USC, first one of the season. Here's another look of a similar concept. I don't know if it's the exact same concept, but as you're looking at right here, another empty set, a little bit different as far as what the defense is doing. This guy right here, 2 instead of 3, is the one that's sitting it down. I'm not sure if he's just running vertical or if he's going to end up digging it in late. But right here, if you're looking on this side, on the last look at it empty, they had 3/2. On this one, they actually have 2/2 with really no safety help because if you see it, safety is way deep right here in the middle of the field, so it looks like we're going to be 2-on-2 over here. With his leverage, that allows him to get an in-breaking route. So if you're looking at it, they bluff right there, and then he drops. All right, Mario Williams right there, he's curling it up. He might work a little bit as far as an option route. But right here, outside leverage, and all he does is he sticks that thing and rolls into that window. Right, really good ball right there on this one. Puts it on his body. It doesn't miss high on this one. Easy throw and catch right here. Tons of space in the middle of the field. Opens up. And obviously right here, they bring a little bit of pressure. They bring 5. If it sorts out perfectly, USC should be able to pick it up because they got 5. They do, but as you see, Caleb Williams, he feels that pressure. Continues to give ground. And right here, this is a really big-time throw. You might not think that it really is, but giving ground, and if you're just watching those hips, he just flips his hips right there. He doesn't really drive off his back foot. This is something that looks like Aaron Rodgers. Just flips those hips, uses that torque. That thing just absolutely darts out there. I mean, think about that. That's a 15-yard dig, 5, 10, 15-yard dig off his back foot as he's giving ground and getting some pressure in his face. 15-yard dig plus 10 as far as his drop, basically. And now he's throwing that thing 25 yards without much striding through it. That's all just core strength and arm strength right here from Caleb Williams. Accurate ball in that dig. Interesting concept right there to empty. Probably something that Kingsbury brought over. This is a play right here that probably got a lot of run on, you know, shows and whatnot. But right here, Caleb Williams just drops the ball, kicks it around a little bit, and, you know, he just grabs it up like a shortstop. Still gets about a 3-step drop off his back foot with the guy in his face as he's getting hit. Doesn't even follow through right here. But he throws his ball, you know, 12-yard line, I'm just going to say 10-yard line, absolutely launches it to the opposite 40, so that's 50-plus yards in the air just vertically, and then there's a little bit of horizontal stretch right there as well, so 50-plus yards in the air. Hits a guy in stride after just dropping the snap. So sometimes as a coach, you're very thankful that you have really good players, and that's what Lincoln Riley and those guys have right here, just a really good football player. Doesn't quite have just a clean play, but scoops it up, and, I mean, maybe the play was going to work like this anyway, but I kind of doubt it. And he drops an absolute rocket, 50-plus yards in the air off his back foot while he's getting hit for a touchdown right here. Sometimes it's better to have really good players that make plays for you as opposed to try to draw up the perfect play. Right here, maybe it was a perfect play, maybe it wasn't. But I'm saying Caleb Williams made up for it through an absolute piss rocket. And they scored a touchdown right here early in the second quarter. Here's something that hopefully comes back into style a little bit. Right here, 2x2 set. For whatever reason, San Jose State on 3rd and 7 decides they're going to play cover 3 and get into a 4-4. I don't know why this is coming back in vogue. This is what teams back in the 70s, 80s used to do, and then as soon as everybody started spreading out, they said, hell with that. We ain't doing that no more because people are absolutely toasting them with 4 verticals. And that's what happens right here. 4 verticals. Guess what? You go cover 3, they're going to throw 4 verticals, and it's going to be completions in the seams just like they do right here. So cover 3. Safety's playing. How far is that safety playing off once it's caught? Where's he at? Like, that dude is legitimately 30-plus yards deep. This corner is 20-plus yards deep. It's a 3rd and 7. Does anybody want to come down and play man-to-man? Does anybody want to come down and actually play maybe quarters or something where they're a little more aggressive and not just giving up first downs? I don't understand what they think they're doing right here or what they're going to stop. But right here, either way, 4 verts, tons of space right there. I mean, if 14 is underneath this, then they're taking this completion right here. Easy don't catch right there on the seam. Big play on a 3rd and 7. Here's another look of USC running 4 verts. Right here, again, it looks like 4-4, possibly cover 3. That corner's a little bit tighter. Ball snapped right there. Quarterback starts his eyes here, and then he gets to the short side of the field. 9's not really getting a hands on or nothing. He's just dropping to the flats. Spacing here by these receivers is not ideal. If this corner is actually midpointing instead of just running just inside the ticks here, he's probably going to have a chance to knock this ball down, be a little bit more physical. Either way, that pace on that football and the spacing right there of the corner not midpoint are doing a better job getting in there. They're able to throw and catch right there, protect the ball with his body, and big play right there again. A 4th and 3 right there in a 21-14 game where they're snapping the ball just past midfield. So this is one of those things, could definitely turn the game if they don't get this, but really good ball. Great catch there by Mario Williams. 4-4 cover 3. If you're playing in the mid-2000s or, in 2005, 2006, you're probably still getting toasted with 4 verticals just like they do right here by USC. I know I kind of fired up San Jose State's DC. Hate to do it to him because I really like Alex Grinch. I liked him since he was at Washington State. But this right here with 13 seconds left in the half, I understand you're probably trying to knock him out of field goal range. I get it. You're trying to bring an intricate blitz, all this stuff. But with this being said, you got 6 guys down. All right, so they're thinking 6-man pro. So they're probably sorting all this out. I think they're taking those 6 down. Once he drops, he blitzes off the edge from depth. He's never going to get there. They still pick it up, but then they only drop 2 guys deep. All right, 1's going to that hash. 7's getting off the hash right there. 4 right here, I don't know if he's supposed to be at the corner or what, but as far as him, he's out of alignment. This dude right here is at least able to see that there's no flat threat and give ground, making that ball hard if they're throwing verticals over there to the field. Right here, 4 from that position, getting out there playing the flat, he can't see if there's a flat threat. He's too flat-footed. Now that dude's over the top of him. And right here from this angle, you can see that 4's flat-footed, safety's getting off the hash. There's only 2 guys deep with 13 seconds left in the half, and they just throw a go ball right down the sideline where he just walks in for a touchdown. I'm not saying that I know what's going on or I have any idea about anything, but I know that with 13 seconds left in the half that they're probably going to try to push this thing vertically down the field. I either want to play some sort of a man or I want to put more than 2 guys deep for the possibility of 4 verticals, which is what happens right here. That's embarrassing right there. I know Alex Grinch, that's probably not what he had drawn up, but just me thinking critically, with 13 seconds left before half, they're probably going to try to score, and not sure why they try to get so intricate with it right there and try to be the smartest guy in the room. Sometimes you just need to understand, hey, I've got better players. Let's play man coverage. Let's get after this quarterback. But right there, try to be the smartest guy in the room and put 2 guys deep in zone, and they get absolutely torched.